Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that really counts. लेकिन शायद विंस्टन चर्चिल से बेहतर ये बात हमारे मौजूदा फिलोसोफर माइक टाइसन कहते हैं, एवरीवन हैज़ अ प्लान अंटिल दे आर पंच्ड इन द माउथ। मेरा नाम आमिर पाशा है और प्रॉफिट की इस सीरीज़ में मैं उन सक्सेसफुल एंटरप्रेन्योर्स से बात करूंगा जिनके जर्नी में कुछ ऐसी मौके आए जिसके बाद कोई और बोरी बिस्तरा बांध लेता, लेकिन इन्होंने कमर और भी कस ली। हम बात करेंगे कि फेलियर से किस तरीक़ा से रिकवर होते हैं और उससे ज़्यादा फेलियर से हम सीख क्या सकते हैं।
In March 2017, two ambitious entrepreneurs set out to democratize access to healthcare in Pakistan. Dr. Sara Saeed and Dr. Iffat Zafar Agha co-founded Sehat Kahani, a telehealth platform connecting at-home, out-of-work female doctors to underserved patients in Pakistan. Sehat Kahani provides affordable and quality healthcare to marginalized communities via nurse-assisted video consultations. The company also provides telemedicine, health education and promotion services, besides providing technology-based solutions for gender diversity in the healthcare landscape of Pakistan. Growing Sehat Kahani has been a challenge, but one that Dr. Sara has not been afraid of taking on. With $1.5 million raised in disclosed funding, Sehat Kahani now boasts 5,000 online female doctors and 35 e-health clinics on its platform. We sit with Dr. Sara to learn how she persevered in face of adversities during her journey as a female entrepreneur in Pakistan.
Assalamu alaikum, Dr. Sara. Good to connect with you again.
Ji, Assalamu alaikum, Amir. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, so I guess in the days of COVID, now we have to make the best use of Zoom.
It is the most safest option. Abhi especially jo third wave aaya hai, I think everyone should be using Zoom more and seeing each other less.
Yeah, and in fact, it basically ties in with exactly your business model also, whereby just because we can't be face to face doesn't mean that we cannot get the benefits, in your case, of medicine through telemedicine.
Gee, I think, and this is I think the first time that people in the mainstream Pakistan have realized कि डॉक्टर का हाथ पकड़ के नब्ज देखना ज़रूरी नहीं होता है. You can also see a doctor virtually and it can be as effective as a physical doctor, even more at this time. So I think it really serves well to our purpose or what we are trying to make people understand since such a long time.
With that resilience that you have, obviously you've come against your challenges, your disappointments also. Sehat Kahani is your second startup. You had challenges in your first startup, you had to rebuild it again. What were some lessons that you learned from this whole situation?
I think I learned when we created the company for the first time and then we had to demerge it because there was a conflict in co-founders. I think one thing that I understood was the value of a good co-founder. So I think if I didn't love my co-founder before, I think I fell absolutely in love with her because I understood the value that she has in my life. Because she stood by with me and I with her in a rock in this challenge when we were demerging it and building it again. So when we demerged the company and we acquired the operations under Sehat Kahani, there were 7-8 days where we were working without any brand name, with 7 employees in the company, 3 lakh rupees on the bank account, and our payroll was 10 lakh rupees at that time. And we didn't know where the salaries would come. We didn't know how we would survive. We didn't know who would reach out to because we thought that everyone would think that why it has not worked the first time. Was it something wrong with them? Was it something wrong with the company? What will people think about us? So we made a plan. We chalked out 4 or 5 things. We said कि हमें इतने पैसे चाहिए अपनी कंपनी चलाने के लिए, हमें एक नाम चाहिए, हमें कुछ एम्प्लॉइज़ चाहिए जो हमारे साथ 6 महीने स्टिक कर सकें. And we need some people who believed that what we did was right and they stand by us and keep giving us work. So we exactly did that. We found the money, we found the team, and we found 3 or 4 partners that can stick out with us for 6-7 months. And in that time, we told ourselves that we would not think like a startup anymore. When we built it the second time, we thought like a corporate from the day one. So right from policies, procedures, operations, the way we delivered our service to a client, everything was well sorted, was well managed. how we would grow our company. So we just had the clinics when we demerged, but we knew they weren't making that much money. So we added a preventive care portfolio. We started making money from that. We added the application later. We started making money from that. And we just kept looking at new avenues of creating revenue and creating impact. We also knew that if we fail the second time, the first marriage fails, people think अच्छा दोनों की गलती होगी. When the second marriage fails, लोग कहते हैं नहीं ये तो इसी की गलती होगी.
There must have been a window in which, you didn't have at all any thought कि अब तो बस बैठ गया, अब कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. When you had the first failure, what was it? How low did you fall, you and Ifat? And then what was it that, and the reason I'm asking you this is because, not many people talk about it. Okay, what does it take to, obviously you go through a cycle that you feel that everything is coming crashing on yourself. What was it that made you get up and, kickstart yourself?
So when we announced, so we had these 7 people in our co-founding team, 7 people who really made the company in the first year. So when we told them that we've taken this decision to demerge the company and opt out of the company, and we've taken the operations with us, but we don't know what we're going to do. And the first company that we made it with a lot of love. I think the first company that I made with a lot of love. The second one, I made it with a lot of brains. So we were very emotionally attached to it. So I remember that me, along with Ifat and all 7 people, we sat on the dining table in my house and we cried for 2 hours. Because we were so emotionally attached to the thing that we've built and we didn't know what's going to happen to it. But at the end of it, I think I never thought for one day that I can't make it again. Because I had made it the first time. So I knew that I can make it the second time again. The only thing that we feared was how we would make sure that people understand that we took this decision because it was important, and how we would gain their trust, and how would we keep working with them. I think that was important to us. But one thing that I'm very proud of, and I think it was at that time, standing at 27, working on a startup for 2 years, taking the decision of opting out, trying to build one again in the same sector, with the older company also being there, with people in the same sector who might judge you for what you've done. I think when I look back, I think I'm really proud of the decision me and Ifat took. And it was just taken from a point where we weren't happy. I think God gave us an intuition, a strength to take a decision where we said that we are not happy, we are going to move on. I'm so happy that I took that decision, because I think this decision changed my life. It changed the way I look at myself. क्योंकि जब हम ये सोचते हैं कि हम ये कर सकते हैं, हमने ये कर लिया है, तो फिर उसके बाद कुछ भी डिफिकल्ट नहीं लगता. सो एवरी चैलेंज, वी कंपेयर एवरी चैलेंज टू दैट सिचुएशन. हमें जब भी चैलेंज आया कंपनी में, पैसे कम हो गए हैं, एम्प्लॉयज़ छोड़ के चले गए हैं, कोई कॉर्पोरेट रिलेशनशिप नहीं वर्कआउट करी, पैसे नहीं आ रहे, फंड रेज नहीं हो रहा, सो हम पलट के सोचते हैं कि यार वी मैनेज दैट सिचुएशन, वी बिल्ड इट अप अगेन. This is not worse than that. So we can also manage this situation. So that always is a point that gives us encouragement and motivation.
So from the 59 rejections of the 60 pitches, so as you move from one investor to the other, was there a particular process that you followed in which के एक rejection हुआ तो आपने कुछ किया जिस पे second पिच के ऊपर कुछ तब्दीली आए, फिर थर्ड पिच में कोई तब्दीली आए, कुछ था ऐसे कोई चीज़ या क्या है, क्या प्रोसेस आपने फॉलो किया?
So one thing that we do is we never end the conversation. So even if the investor was not giving us money, we didn't say कि अच्छा ठीक है, आप बहुत बुरे हैं, आप जाएं. We didn't say that. We told the investor that okay, you didn't find us as a good fit, but what did we do wrong? We always ask this question, क्योंकि हमने सोचा कि यार अब इससे बुरा क्या होगा, पैसे तो उसने देने नहीं है, तो कोई बात नहीं, बता ही देगा कि क्या गलती की थी, वो बेहतर कर लेंगे. So we have, if I tell you the version of my investor deck, I think we are standing at the 23rd iteration of our investor deck and the 8th financial model, but 23rd iteration. So we changed our pitch 23rd times on a presentation. And every time someone told us कि यार ऐसे नहीं दिखाना था प्रॉब्लम, ऐसे सोल्यूशन नहीं दिखाना था, ऐसे फाइनेंशियल मॉडल नहीं दिखाना था, we used to put it in the second pitch. And we used to write the scripts, what we need to pitch at a certain pitching event or a certain investor. Is that investor interested in social impact? Then we also learned this. that there are some investors who have commercial interests, there are some investors who like female empowerment, there are some investors who would like social impact. So you need to know what kind of investor you're talking to, and iterate your pitch according to that. So we learned that with time. Obviously it took time. We found some great people who didn't put the money but taught us. उनको कॉल कर ली. मुझे अच्छी तरह याद है, I lost in a pitching competition in 2017, and I knew that I shouldn't have lost. I don't cry a lot, but this was one time that I came in my car and Ifat was sitting at my side and I cried that मैं हार गई और मुझे नहीं दिया और मैं पिच नहीं जीती. And I was cursing all night कि यार कैसे judges थे और I deserved it और ये वो. मैं दूसरे दिन सो के उठी and I said कि यार पूछ लेते हैं क्या हुआ, क्यों नहीं जीती मैं. So from one night of sleep, I went from cursing them to asking them कि अच्छा बता दें मैंने गलती क्या की थी. So I called that person up who I didn't like that much. I called that person up and said कि what was my problem, and he explained it to me and I said okay सही है चलें, I'll work on it. So I think that is something that we've always done it. We've always learned from people telling us कि ये गलत है, ये गलत है, ये गलत है.
मतलब कि थोड़े बहुत ढीठ बन गए आप. मतलब कि आपने कहा कि ठीक है गलतियाँ होती हैं मगर उससे सीख लेते हैं, rather than you can just cry for one night, उसके बाद सीख लेते हैं कुछ आगे बढ़ने के लिए.
I say this a lot of times and I have a lot of raised eyebrows at it as well. That I have 3 children. So I have Anaya, which is my older one. Then I have Sehat Kahani, and then I have Liana. And Anaya is 8 years old, Sehat Kahani is 6 years old, and Liana is 3 years old. And people don't understand that, but that's exactly how I see it. It hurts me the same way, it impacts me the same way, and I'm sure Ifat would tell you the same thing. So one is, you really need to love your product, your service, the idea that you're pitching, because if it doesn't seem that you like it, other people will not see it. इतनी जगह जाते हैं और बहुत जगह हम जब हम जाते थे हमारे पास नहीं भी होती थी इतनी चीज़ें और हमारा ट्रैक्शन लो होता था और we were building the company, when we were selling the app and we had 1 or 2 clients using it, हम बात इसकी इस तरह करते थे जैसे हमने कोई तूफान चीज़ बना लिया. And we used to make people excited about it. So I think that is very important. The second thing is that you need to love it enough to keep coming back to it. You can't break up with you can't break up with it. You don't break up with your child. Even if you don't like it, if you hate your child someday, you will keep going back at it and saying कि नहीं मुझे तुमसे मोहब्बत है, मैं तुम्हारा ख्याल रखूँगी. It's a motherly instinct, right? It's a fatherly instinct as well. So you need to be so much in love with it that you need to keep coming back to it again and again. And you need to accept it with all its flaws also. All your flaws and all his or her flaws, all its flaws. So sometimes, you as a leader is not working out for the company. Sometimes the company is not working out the way you want it to. Now, if you compare it, this is exactly like your child. Sometimes you don't work as a parent. Sometimes the child doesn't work according to your expectation. So again, you don't leave your child like this.
I think that's you've summarized it well of what is all below the iceberg of your success. There's a lot of resilience. Like our theme of our show, which is the willing to fail. I think that is at the heart of what you've done. You don't look at failing as failing, but more as an opportunity, and you've learnt along the way. So I think this has been a great learning. I think yes, I mean I now have a much better idea of what your journey has been. And I can see why you are going to go leaps and bounds, inshallah, and Sehat Kahani will in fact forget 50 million, will reach the 100 million figure, inshallah.
Inshallah. No, 50 million was before. Now we think way beyond. 50 million was 3 years back. But yeah, no, thank you. This was fun, and thank you so much. I think this was a very different interview. This is a very different set of questions. I really enjoyed it. Some of the things came from the heart. और अक्सर ये होता है कि मैं बोल देती हूँ बाद में सोचती हूँ कि मैंने क्यों बोला. So so I hope that turns out well.
Quite frankly, Sarah, if I may call you Sarah, that both of you have become inspirations for a lot of the startups out there. They need to see that it takes a lot of grit to achieve what you have done. Life is not handed to you on a silver spoon, and that's what I wanted, and you've done it so well. It's come out so naturally, because at the end of the day, it's the human spirit that makes it all happen.